Here are some dark and disturbing things that happen in the Witcher books, especially towards the end, that I pray we see in the Witcher Netflix series. Do it, Netflix. Go dark or don't do it at all. Warning, this is going to be some spoilers for the books and the show. I'm not going to tell you necessarily who wins or battles that happen, but I'm going to talk about some awful things that happen because of the war between Nilfgaard and the Northern Kingdoms. So if you don't want those kind of spoilers, don't watch, but it's just some crazy things that happen during most wartime, so as tension grows between the Northern Kingdoms and Nilfgaard, there are a few things I'm excited to see in the Netflix adaptation. First, the propaganda. As war is swiftly spreading through the kingdoms, I'm so hoping we see the same amount of propaganda from the books in the show. For example, in the books, to recruit people against the invading Nilfgaardians, giant murals are put on walls throughout cities and towns. Hilariously, they are mostly described as a knight with a finger pointing at the viewer and writing underneath in huge letters asking, "What about you? Have you signed up?" Which obviously sounds very familiar to our own world, so again, these aren't huge spoilers, but I don't know, spoilers for war in general, I guess? We also get descriptions of a solemn mother country with gray hair blowing around a background of burning villages and babies being speared through on Nilfgaardian pikes. Also, sometimes there would be elves with bloody knives in their teeth for some added flair. And I really, really hope we see all those recruitment posters and the propaganda murals and all that in the Netflix adaptation, and they go all out and we see it increase as tensions increase. Of course, in the books there was also graffiti from anti-war people, so make love, not war sort of stuff. And then of course the troll that decided to write under it and take a shit every morning. Just charming. Also, I can't wait to see the growing hysteria as the war on the continent just gets worse throughout the seasons. There are so many rumors going around and so much fear-mongering. Elves and Nilfgaardians are spreading the plague. They're spoiling water supplies with poison and defeatism. Yeah, I'm also hoping we get to see the stupidity of the peasants in the book and the show of them thinking defeatism is something you can put in the water and ingest. You know, I say peasants in, like, medieval time when talking about that sort of stuff, but we have flat earthers and anti-vax people, so yikes. As the kingdoms try to keep a tight control of their people and keep morale up for the war, we see that punishments become strict, and any sowing of defeatism or being anti-war is stomped out immediately. It gets so bad simply looking at anti-war graffiti can get you arrested and punished. And actually, here's how crazy it gets in the books. I'm gonna talk about some of my favorites kind of what the fuck moments that I pray is in the Netflix adaptation. In the books, one man wrote some graffiti and was hanged. Another man was heard saying wars for lords and that the Nilfgaardian drafted peasants that weren't his enemies was hanged. Another man got drunk and told the joke, "What's a pear? It's a nobleman's weapon, a stick with poor man on each end." And then he was hanged. Oh, and one fun example though, a madam who was running a military brothel on wheels who used the slogan, "Soldier, get your leg over today, you might not be able to tomorrow." Hilarious. Except one of her girls had the clap and gave it to a bunch of soldiers. Giving soldiers the clap was seen as undermining the military readiness, and they hanged her. And there are just so many examples in the book of someone just looking wrong or saying the wrong word and they are murdered. And I know we're so desensitized to violence. Odd enough, violence isn't spooky, but nudity is. I don't know. I don't get you people. Anyways, it gets so fucked up in the books. Alright, let's sum up this video. I want to see the horrors of war and the slow escalation of tyranny in the books in the show. And just a fuckload of people being tortured.